This is Miss Sistrunk, and in session 1 today, our primary focus is going to be discovering what is tone and what is mood. Tone is the attitude that an author takes towards the audience, subject, or the character. It is conveyed through the author's word choices and details. Where mood is the feeling that the reader gets from the tone of the author. How does the tone of the writer affect the mood of the reader? Well, that's what we're primarily going to be looking at today, because this can be quite tricky. So let's look at this passage below. What is the tone and the mood of the passage? His father held him for a long time, saying nothing, until Jack's tears came without sound, and his breaths were quivering gasps. Even then, his father held him. After a while, Jack began to pattern his breathing to match the steady rising and falling of his father's chest. The tone in this passage is one of sympathetic. How do we know this? Well, let's look at the detail that the writer gives us. The writer gives us the detail of the father holding Jack while Jack is crying. Jack is obviously upset. The writer also does something very important with the punctuation marks that he uses. The writer uses several commas throughout this passage. The commas allow the reader to pause just so slightly to reflect on what is being said in the passage. The mood that this helps to convey is one of sadness, but also comfort. We know that when people are crying and they're having a hard time breathing while they're crying, they're really upset about something. So that gives us the mood of sadness. But it also gives us a mood of compassion, of comfort, because his father is holding him, steadying him. So that is how it conveys the mood of compassion and comfort to the reader. So let's recap what is tone and what is mood. Tone is the attitude that an author takes towards the audience, subject, or the character. It is conveyed through the author's word choices and details. Mood is the feeling that the reader or the audience gets from the story. We've all heard our parents say the following statement at some point in our lives. If you don't get in here and clean this room up right now, well, that tone that your parents are using is one of frustration. The mood, the feeling that you get is you better hurry up and clean your room before you get in trouble. So that's the note that I want to leave you on. Tone, what the writer feels. Mood, how the writer makes the reader feel.